Even with the effectiveness and availability of COVID-19 vaccines, testing will remain vital to controlling the global pandemic and ongoing transmissibility of new variants. The current gold standard for COVID testing is a polymerase chain reaction test, or PCR. This test is highly sensitive, able to detect the presence of the virus at very low levels of infection. However, this high sensitivity could mean that we detect COVID in people who are already recovering and no longer infectious, and they may not have been infectious for quite some time. This could mean we are unnecessarily quarantining and contact tracing people without needing to. Don't be mistaken, PCRs can be great for individual diagnosis, but if we're screening an entire community, well, that's a different story. PCR tests are expensive, and so we tend to only use them on people who are exhibiting symptoms or those who've had close contact to infected individuals. Because of this, we often don't test people who aren't exhibiting symptoms. As a result, we fail to screen people who are in fact infected. And we know that a significant proportion of COVID transmission comes from asymptomatic carriers. In addition, the processing of a PCR test is slow, taking a few days or more for results to come back from the lab. This lag time means that our window of opportunity to determine and isolate individuals at peak infectiousness is missed. Before test results come back from the lab, carriers risk spreading the virus right when they may be at their highest infectiousness. So what's the alternative to PCR testing? When it comes to screening communities and larger populations, a rapid and more affordable test could be the answer. Rapid tests, while less sensitive, can catch just as many infectious people, while leaving out those on the road to recovery with lower levels of virus. And we can afford to run more tests more often. The lower cost of rapid tests means that we don't have to be stingy with who gets tested. And more frequent testing across larger populations actually yields a higher chance of catching an infectious carrier of COVID than infrequent PCR testing does. The widespread use of rapid tests can help to protect our public health, allowing safe in-school instruction or social events and gatherings, and can help start our movement towards restoring normalcy.